Hello. We're back with another episode of Life with Holan and Cassy. I'm Cassie,
I'm Holan.
and this is our life.
We're going to talk about Thanksgiving. Gobble, 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 gobble.
Thanksgiving. It's one of those topics, or I guess holidays, that I like, and I don't know, I have mixed feelings about Thanksgiving.
Well-
I'm a little controversial.
Well, are you one of those families? Did you grow up traditional, doing the exact same thing every single year, meeting at the exact same house with the exact same food?
I wouldn't go as far as like the exact same house, because some years it did change up, different relatives and things like that. But traditionally, yeah, we had kind of the same menu: the turkey, the ham, because you got to have both.
Well, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Stuffing,
Stuffing?
definitely the stuffing, and the pecan pie. Two things, yeah, those are like my favorite two things about Thanksgiving. And I think why is, so my grandpa made a really good pecan pie. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Probably because he's no longer with us. And I need the recipe. So my relatives watching, I need that recipe. And then my great grandma, she would make like the best stuffing. And so I kind of know how to make that. And I would say it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. And I think I made a few modifications that make it even better. So I think those are why I like those two things. Two foods of Thanksgiving. What about you?
I didn't really have ham, but every time I go to somebody else's Thanksgiving party, like I would choose the ham over the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just like ham,
Yeah.
taste, texture. But, I do, a good turkey is pretty good. As far as pies, I do like pecan pies, but I grew up always having a pumpkin pie and custard pie. My aunt worked at Leonard's Bakery, and Leonard's Bakery actually has more than just malasadas. But because of that, I am kind of tired of custard and pumpkin pie.
Yeah. I think we've always had like apple pie. Well, so we would celebrate multiple Thanksgiving meals because of different families, relatives, right? So you would do mom's side, dad's side, you'd have a bunch of relatives, or you'd be invited to multiple, places. We would have like the aunts and uncles, the cousins, like we'd have, at least I would say two to three main homes, or, places that, or, we would celebrate Thanksgiving. And not all on Thanksgiving, but at least, that week or weekend.
Yeah, I guess even for me too, we've changed it up quite a bit. Our family would do turkey, but if I go to my aunt's them's house, they don't really do turkey. That they would have, it would be a big time for gathering. A lot of Filipino food, right? Barbecue. And we would bring a turkey. So we would make two turkeys. But yeah, growing up, I don't think, especially for, I don't know, some people might kind of attest to this, that come from immigrant families. Like, do they celebrate the turkey? For some people, it's like, what is this? But yeah, going to different relatives' house and changing things up. So in terms of food, did you guys use like the gizzard or anything, or
I'm pretty
cranberry, or what other things are on there on the menu?
We've had cranberries. Like I don't know. I think being, coming from like an Asian household, we really didn't do a lot of those sides. Like green bean casserole was a new thing for me.
When did you have that for the first time?
I don't remember, but
Was that in Hawaii or over here?
I can't say.
Oh,
I might have had it once in Hawaii, but I mean, I like green beans. Like, I would probably have eaten it, but I think it's something that we didn't make. Like, our families didn't make that.
yeah, we didn't do that
Like,
either.
we didn't do it. So I'm pretty sure one of those things is probably when probably here, Vegas, or, going to another, like going out to a restaurant that kind of does like that, the turkey and Thanksgiving thing, like year round, like a special. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't until my adult life that I had a green bean casserole. Even candied yams. I didn't have that until here.
Me too.
Like, or the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows.
Oh yeah.
That was a new thing.
I mean, I know of it, maybe from shows or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it was one of those like like to me, it was like, who would eat that? Like, it was just like a weird thing, because all I knew is, okay, we have our turkey, our ham, our stuffing, the pies, the mashed potatoes.
Rice?
We would do the mashed potatoes. We'd have rice. We'd have poke.
Steak?
No, we wouldn't do steak because we had the turkey and the ham. But yeah, so like those were kind of like traditionally what we had growing up, sushi. Like, we'd have some sushi, the sushi platters. So it was kind of a mix of that. And we'd probably have like some other things, sides too, that were Japanese or Okinawan. I just can't think of those at the moment.
Yeah. I guess if it was at our home, it'd be turkey, stuffing, cranberry, which I didn't really care for.
Yeah.
I got the canned cranberry.
Yeah, only one person in our family eats that. And it has to be the canned kind. It's not me.
And the pies, rice, sometimes potato salad. The gravy.
Oh, yeah, gravy.
I feel like I think Thanksgiving is great because it's a time where you have it is a time for tradition, especially when it comes to food. There's a certain way to make the turkey. Some people like deep frying the turkey. Some people like roasting the turkey. There's a different way to make the gravy. There's a different way to make the stuffing. So everybody does it differently. Like, we would always use the gizzards and other parts for the stuffing. So it would, it gives it a little crunch. It's kind of hard to eat gizzard by itself, but at least for me. For me,
I don't eat that.
It's better when they mix it with other things. But how about you for the gravy? Did you guys make it from the turkey drippings, or did you guys mix it, or did you guys use the pack ready?
I want to say that I think when I was younger, like a lot younger, so kind of the evolvement of this is, I think it started out with using the turkey, the drippings. And then I know one year, like, my mom started making gravy with onions, just onions and butter and flour, and that would make a gravy.
Wait, no drippings or broth or anything?
Oh, maybe
or powder?
Maybe broth. You gotta add that. I don't know. It's been a while, but that was like a different way of, like, I tried it one time. It's actually pretty good. I don't know. And then I think for us here, I think we've used packaged gravy, which I don't really care for packaged gravy, but sometimes you do what you got to do, and sometimes I don't have time to make a gravy, the good way, but, it's there.
Yeah, I used a really light flavor because package is a little strong, right? I grew up with mostly just a really look almost like light color gravy, I think, and just from the drippings.
Yeah.
So I'm used to that, but I do, sometimes it's good to have that strong flavor, savory flavor. So, but
Yeah.
there's always extra turkey.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you guys have a good gravy recipe that we should know about, please share it with us because I'd like to know. Maybe I'd make it. Yeah. But
So
okay,
what do you
going back.
do with the extra turkey?
Leftovers.
Well, before we go that route, the wishbone. Did you ever play the wishbone with your sibling?
So we would do, we would have the wishbone. And so it was either between the cousins or the siblings. So sometimes it just depends on if we had one turkey or two turkeys. And if we had two turkeys, then both, sibling groups, there's only two sibling groups. Like we could, out of the cousins, we could do that with. If not, we'd have to John Kenpo.
What's your favorite part of the turkey?
I like the white meat.
Chicken breast or turkey breast?
Yeah.
I like the dark meat.
Yeah.
So, like thigh or the drumstick.
I think for me, it's just poultry in general. I don't really I can't see the bones. It's so hard. It's not that I can't. It's so hard for me to see the bone, to touch the bone, or, and I think that's part of the reason why I gravitate more towards like the breast meat. Cause then, it's just, once it's carved, I can just cut it and eat it. Like I don't have to worry about bones or veins or like any of that stuff. It freaks me out a little bit.
So going to next after Thanksgiving, because there's a lot of leftovers. What do you guys normally do with the leftover turkey?
Either we're eating it for days, gets divvied up between the family members. And I remember there just sometimes where we just had an overabundance of leftovers. And so we'd freeze it. We would use sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, just, heating up everything up and having a whole nother like Thanksgiving meal. I have some ideas of what I do today. I saw a video where somebody made a pie, like a Thanksgiving pie. So it's kind of like a pot pie, but with all the things from Thanksgiving, your turkey, the mashed potatoes, in a pie crust. So I thought, if we have some leftovers from our Thanksgiving this year, that's something I would try.
When you say turkey sandwich, was it just slices of the turkey breast, or did you guys make turkey salad sandwich?
It was just the turkey. And then if you wanted to put mayo or any other toppings, in there, then you're welcome to do that. I put gravy.
Yeah. I think same for us, like sandwiches. I think we made turkey salad sandwich, like a chicken salad sandwich. But then we use a lot in just soup. Get a big soup stock pot, and just put everything, bones and all, and make a turkey soup. And so that's kind of what we did.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving, so what are your views on Thanksgiving? And is that something that, is Thanksgiving a big deal to you? Is it, we kind of talked a little bit about it coming from Asian immigrant families to the United States. Is it something that holds some sort of significance to you, or it's just, we just celebrate it because everybody else celebrates it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I was born and raised in the United States, so definitely it's a huge thing, even for my immigrant families. Any holiday to get together where most of the people are off work, it's a holiday, right? Yeah. I don't see many people forgoing Thanksgiving unless they have to work. And for us, it's not like it's Thanksgiving, we're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. It usually involves having a meal, just like any big holiday in any country of the world,
Yeah.
whether it's New Year's or a cultural holiday, right? No, Thanksgiving is definitely, it would just feel off not doing it. There's some other holidays where I wake up and I'd be like, oh, it's a holiday today? Like, I didn't
Right.
even know.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I can, gather, but Thanksgiving is definitely one of the top holidays to kind of celebrate. And that's why, being away from family during the holidays, it's, you either have to figure out something with friends or just with us or come up with something, just not sit home and just watch TV. Whether it's even sometimes just the two of us, just a turkey, you either get to have a small turkey or we've done Friendsgiving with like Costco rotisserie chicken, right? And so for you, how about you guys?
I think it's something that was kind of ingrained, like, I grew up with it. And so it was like, okay, cool. And I really love history, like American history. And so for me, also being born here in the States and just, I guess, having that as a celebration, but it's also a time, like you said, where families, we can get together because majority of us are off of work, it's just, I don't want to say it this way, but it kind of feels like any holiday is kind of just like an excuse to get together. If it's like a really big, something, and it's just a really nice time where we can get together and just have fun and be with family and friends that, maybe we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
And so just because life does get busy, and if you don't prioritize getting together, then it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah. I feel like in the US, the big ones, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
Yeah.
And I just
Well,
realized...
also 4th of July, depending on what part of the state you're in.
Yeah. But the difference is...
Or the country.
I feel like those three holidays, because they're so close together, but I do feel like with those three holidays, it's more of a gather together with family at home. Like I've done 4th of July, at the beach, right? I've done 4th of July. You just go to, different homes. It's not really like a, hey, I don't know. There's something about Thanksgiving where it's like, this is your family, that you're just sharing a meal.
Yeah.
I do like it. You don't worry about anything else, right? It's not about the fireworks. You don't have the presents.
Yeah.
It's just,
Right.
it's just, you are just together as a family. And it is the spirit of Thanksgiving, being thankful, and being grateful.
Yeah.
And so definitely that. I know not as much as now because we have online shopping, but I think in the peak of the late 90s, early 2000s was the Black Friday.
Oh, yeah. Black Friday.
We've done Black Friday too.
We have done Black Friday. Yeah.
But, it was getting a little bit too much. Black Friday is after Thanksgiving, right?
Yep. It's the day right after Thanksgiving.
And it started getting ridiculous where people were in line like the morning of Thanksgiving, like they missed their Thanksgiving. And that's something that I would not do. But we have done I think the earliest we've done was like the midnight.
Yeah. And I think that was a little bit more, it's a little easier because like if you say you take a small nap after everything is done, your family time is done, you're cleaning up, you take a nap and then you can go out, I think that's a lot better than I think I've done one that was like at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, but then we're there from, like we're waiting from a long time, not getting there at like 10 o'clock for a midnight, opening. Yeah.
I mean, it's neat to see in Alamoana, just to see a lot of people. I don't know if it's like that anymore, but just the social phenomenon of just people just kind of gathering, kind of browsing. We don't even know what we want, but some stores are giving a lot of free stuff. Shopping malls are a lot different now.
Yeah.
I remember going and they had KB Toys, right? Toys R Us. So you'd like, I want to hit up all the different places, right? And sometimes you strategize. I remember when I was in college, is like, oh, where do we do? Like, trying to save money in college. Let's go to Fry's. Let's go to here. You know, not as much anymore. I feel like online shopping has greatly helped with that. Online shopping is also good. I feel like, doing research, not making impulse buys. Right. But it was a different feel of actually going out, like touching, feeling, going to the stores.
Yeah. Especially for clothes. I feel like clothes is like one of those things where it's like, I don't know, for me anyway, like I don't like to buy, return, like have to deal with the hassle of like shipping, receiving, and then having to ship it back. I like to try my shoes on at the store. Like if it's there, okay, great, buy it. I know exactly that it fits, it looks good. And, but I think Black Friday, I mean, even online now, like there's so many other things that you can get, not just the novelties of, toys and clothes and bags and whatever else goes on sale during Black Friday, but also like your hotels or flights. Like I remember one year my mom got a really good deal on a hotel. And for one of our, leaderships. And it was a really good deal that, if you kind of know your prices, and that's, going to your point of like, you kind of shop around, you kind of can tell what the low points are, if it's something that you don't need to buy like today, right now, like if you can wait a few weeks or a couple of months, then it might be worth that wait.
Yeah. Have you ever guys bought a TV during Black Friday?
Yeah. I know that like my mom has gone.
I know we've bought a TV.
Did we buy a?
I think our first TV was a Black Friday deal.
Oh, yes. But we didn't we didn't wait in the crazy lines. We just kind of went casually. We went casually.
In the afternoon already. Like, is it still there? Like we were like, the doorbusters, forget about it. Let's just check this out. Yeah. And now there's so much research that will tell you like these are the different times to get TVs. And for those of you who ever use Camel, you can go online for Amazon, put any item there, it'll give you the price history. Because sometimes you're like, wait, it was cheaper like a few months ago than it is on Black Friday. Sometimes it's like that. So then you have Cyber Monday. But now there's like, I feel like we become so, we've become so numb to sales because you got Prime Day, so you got Black Friday, you got Cyber Monday, you got whatever reason Memorial there is. Day. Yeah. But shopping is evolved. Has evolved. I do know that pretty neat stuff. I think fairs, or what do you call those things, where craft fairs are making a big comeback. And farmers market, people like that personal touch, whether it's food or crafts. And
it's supporting somebody's business, somebody's small business. We tend to just go and look towards like, the big box stores, but it's really nice to know that somebody made this, somebody, really poured their talents and their heart into something. And it's a nice feeling, that exchange of, and most times you're meeting the person who, made the stuff because they're the ones at the booth, right?
You really see their flair and uniqueness, and even cultures come out. Like in Hawaii, they do a lot of like Hawaii / Disney, cross collaboration. And even when you look online, you're like, oh, you can't really find this kind of stuff. Yeah. It's just ideas and creativity. Somebody else could make it if they knew about it. But, some of those things are really niche. And so when it comes to shopping.
Yeah. So I do like those things. I do like the farmer's market, the craft fair. I like those vibes.
Yeah. So going back to, Thanksgiving and shopping, it was like, when was the last time we went shopping in the mall or Black Friday?
Yeah, we were thinking about this the other day.
Yeah. Well, even we don't do Black Friday. It's probably before pandemic. Last year, we weren't even in the States during Thanksgiving.
Right.
And so that was an example of like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. Like when nobody around you is
Yeah.
celebrating, like you don't realize that. And so, but then we did have a Thanksgiving where we spent at a friend's home. Like it's same thing as when people go off to college. It's like that decision of, do you go back home for Thanksgiving? Do you go with friends? You know,
Yeah.
do you stay on campus? I know for a fact that when I was in college, I did not go back home because I didn't go home. I don't think I don't think I went home even I didn't go home for the holidays. I did spend Christmas and New Year's in California with family. But I don't know what I did for Thanksgiving. I don't think I spent Thanksgiving. Maybe I did. I think I did. I don't know. I keep forgetting. It's so long. Because I know that schools, they have you can't be here, or I'm pretty sure they would allow people in Thanksgiving. I probably did spend it because I have family members in California. So, but other than that, yeah, it's a time. Holidays can get lonely for some people, especially people that have lost loved ones. So while it is a happy time for a lot of people, it can be a very sensitive time, a time of grieving, right? And sometimes it gets so hard where people have to change things up. I think that's probably why we also change things up. You know, it's like it's hard to do the same thing. So
I think for Thanksgiving, it's one of those things that we're kind of flexible on. Like we don't have to, you know, fit in that mold of the dinner and, you know, social aspect, although it's nice. But I think for like Christmas and New Year's, it's something that we're like, you know, there's more of that holds weight, you know, right? Would you say?
I don't know. Same as over here. I've spent Christmas. I mean, Christmas morning is with family, but you know, I've been pretty flexible on Christmas and New Year's. So it is a time to spend with family. So, but that's Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.